If you're a longtime ⴍᴏʀᴇ fan like me and you've been playing the game forever, you're gonna want to stick around for this video because there's a lot going on with the game right now. Stuff is changing, things are happening. There's like cryptic, weird, like foreshadowing stuff going on with Modern Wolf and ⴍᴏʀᴇ and their YouTube page and all that. We're gonna go over all of that today. How's it going, guys? My name's Mikey and I play way too much ⴍᴏᴇ. So here's what's going on. Last week, Modern Wolf put out another bunker update video, as they do every week, teasing like the next patch, what's coming with the next patch, what they're planning for it. Typical bunker update stuff. We're gonna go over all of that right now, and we're gonna save the weird cryptic stuff for later in the video, and you're gonna want to stick around for that, especially if you're into the idea of multiplayer. Anyways, the first subject of this week's Modern Wolf video is the guns. Apparently behind the scenes, they've been educating themselves on firearms and attachments and how they all work together and how they affect the look and feel of guns and how they behave. And they want to integrate this into ⴍᴏᴇ somehow. They want to make the guns feel a little bit more distinct, a little bit more custom, and behave a little bit differently depending on how you mod them and what attachments you put on and what parts, etc., instead of just being kind of a numbers game where you're chasing like the lowest recoil or the highest ergonomics or whatever. It seems like they want the guns to they want a little bit more like intricacies in how the weapons handle and behave when you're finished modding them. At least that's kind of the message that I got from watching this latest bunker update video. I will have it linked in the description also if you guys want to check it out for yourselves and see what you guys think about all this. They said they'll be talking about it more later down the line in the future of ⴍᴏᴇ, and honestly, I'm down for this. I'm down for a change up to the gunplay. I know the gunplay is not perfect. A lot of you guys maybe think there are some improvements that could be made, and they're always watching the Discord and looking for feedback and listening to the community and stuff, so that's great. Next topic in the video, they're looking at player progression, specifically in the early game for like onboarding new players and stuff. We have the tutorial now. They added this a little while ago, and now they're looking at more ways to make the rookie difficulty in ⴍᴏᴇ a little bit smoother with introducing new players to the game and onboarding them and getting them used to how the game works and how it plays and its systems. You know, everything about the gameplay, going into raid, getting loot, doing quests, the hideout, all of that stuff. It seems like they really want the rookie difficulty to be the starting point for new players, and then once players move past that, once they're done with the rookie difficulty, they want them to move on to the survivor difficulty, which it seems like they want survivor to be like the baseline kind of ideal experience, or like how ⴍᴏᴇ is kind of meant to be played. They didn't mention anything about taking away options for like customizing the difficulty for ourselves and changing sliders and multipliers for enemy health and damage and all that stuff you've been able to do in ⴍᴏᴇ for a while now. That's going to remain as far as I can tell, which is good. Next up, they're looking at adding a little bit more localization, which is languages in the game. They're adding 3 new languages. They're looking at Chinese, French, and Turkish. They're going to add those to the game at some point. That one's great. New language is always a plus, bringing in new players. And they tease that the next update for ⴍᴏᴇ is going to be based on quality of life and performance issues, which I don't know about you guys, but I personally love those kinds of updates. I almost like them just as much as like content drops. Anything that can be done to improve just like performance of the game and make it smoother and more enjoyable is a huge plus for me. I love those kinds of updates. They didn't say exactly when this update is coming out. They're a little bit vague on that, but that is going to be the next update. Hopefully in the next week or two. We don't know for sure, but that's what I'm hoping at least. Now, ᴍᴏ mentions multiplayer again in this video. He's mentioned multiplayer a few times in a few of the more recent videos. People in the community, I know, guys, I know we want to see multiplayer or co-op in ⴍᴏᴇ. And he says again in this video that ⴍᴏᴇ was never really meant to be like a multiplayer or co-op game. It was always built from the ground up to be only a single player experience. So multiplayer will never be coming to ⴍᴏᴇ 1. He said ⴍᴏᴇ 1 again in this video, but then he said, I'm going to read this. This is a quote. "We know how great it would be as a multiplayer title, and we would love for you to experience it." This all feels like a big tease. It feels like they're working on something behind the scenes. Maybe a sequel, maybe like a separate ⴍᴏᴇ experience. I don't know. They're not telling me anything. But honestly, it seems like the more they talk about it, the more they mention it, it seems like the possibility of them working on something behind the scenes that maybe does have a multiplayer component is looking more and more likely. That's just what I think. That's my opinion. You guys may think different. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. He's being very cryptic about the multiplayer and stuff. Keeps saying that ⴍᴇ 1 is never going to have multiplayer, so I don't know. I don't know anything for sure. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments. Okay, this is where the weird cryptic stuff happens at the end of this video. ᴍᴏ does a little bit of a skit. There's like some kind of attack happening, and he says a couple of things that make me even more excited for the future of maybe multiplayer with maybe a ⴍᴏ sequel or something like this. This is all just like a weird skit or teaser or something. Nothing is confirmed. No information is actually confirmed. But I have a couple of quotes in this section of the video. He says, "It's gonna get dangerous out there very soon. Squad up. Make sure you're with people you trust." Guys, I think we may be getting ⴍᴏ 2 and it's gonna have multiplayer. They keep talking about it. They keep like teasing it, giving little cryptic hints and stuff. This is the biggest one by far. I'm hoping that this means that they're close to releasing something new. Again, like nothing is confirmed. They haven't outright said that, oh yes, this is going to be a thing, there's a new game, whatever. None of that is confirmed. But this is giving me even more hope that, you know, they're working on a sequel behind the scenes or some kind of experience that has multiplayer co-op. That would be really awesome. And that is really the end of last week's Bunker Update video. And there's a couple more things actually. They changed the Modern Wolf YouTube page just to be the ⴍᴏ YouTube page now. It's all ⴍᴏ. It's no longer Modern Wolf, which I find kind of interesting. They removed the videos for all of Modern Wolf's other like published games, and it's just 100% all ⴍᴏ now. Also, they put out a short video. Let's take a look.
And now we have weather report to bring back.
Weather report to bring back. Storms moving in next week. Next week. They gave... I don't know if this is like just part of the bit, part of the skit, or if something is actually coming this week. By the time I'm filming this, it's Monday. Maybe something's coming this Thursday. I don't know.
Ignition activity rising.
Ignition activity rising. Much larger than before. I don't know what that means. I'm kind of like, I'm reading into stuff maybe a little bit too much. It could mean nothing. There could be like some kind of secret meaning behind it. I don't know.
Cool. Many more of them.
Many more of them. Sightings increase.
You all to prepare now.
Could that be like a reference to the Horizon faction? Are there going to be more Horizon guys? Because right now, currently in ⴍᴏ, they're kind of contained to one little spot on Industrial. They're at the northern part. There's a new kind of like port area at the top. They have their own boat, but they're just right there. They're not on any other maps. They're just contained on that one area on Industrial. So maybe we'll be seeing more Horizon guys soon. I don't know.
Wait. The darkness is coming.
The darkness is coming. And that's it. Let me know what you think is going on with ⴍᴏ in the comments. Are we getting like a multiplayer, like a second ⴍᴏ 2, or is there going to be like a separate ⴍᴏ experience maybe? I don't know. It's all speculation at this point. We don't know anything for sure. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Oscar Mikey. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.